Yo, what's up guys, this is Sam over here, and today I'm bringing you the third war in this Alliance season. We are going up against Agents of Stark, STKAG, their acronym is. And yeah, I'm on my path 3, I got a ghost over here, and I'll be taking a slightly different path as well in section 2, and a different team in a way, but I mean, I'm used to all of these champs. Anyways, their global was Flow, and I took in Doom over here. The only thing I'm not going to do in this fight is the, let's say, the heavy with Doom, because that's not an energy-based attack. So I'm just going to go for the full 5-hit combo, trying to play it like in the safe way. If I see I'm critting and she's getting up, the flow node is going on, she's gaining power, I'll just parry her and I'll back off. So yeah, this was a pretty much a easy war. I mean, they're Italians, they're my friends. I know a couple of people in there. So yeah, I mean, I was like excited because whenever you play against, you know, people who you friends and stuff, it's always nice to, like, you know, play in a competitive manner and stuff. And so here, as you can see, I'm doing my thing over here. I didn't even use that many big boosts in this war, so I knew that it would have been a one-sided war in that way. So yeah, as you can see here, I'm a little bit back to the corner, but no big deal. I'm just doing my thing. I'm parrying. If I see she's going red, I'm gonna do that, parry her. And here, as you can see, I've pushed her to the SP3, but yeah, I didn't care because I was at my SP3 and I know this is gonna KO or. So yeah, that's the first fight. As you can see, just don't land a heavy attack if you're using Doom on the Psychic Thorns, because it's not an energy-based attack. So that's the first node, and next one will be an Emma Frost on the next one, and I'll be taking in Namor for this. I pretty much use most of my champs in this war, I'll be honest. It's not that I just use like Namor only for one fight or Doom for one fight. I'll be using them even in the next fights in section 2. So yeah, I'm pretty used to this this Emma Frost, no big deal. Just gotta be a little bit careful, you know, when you can't stun her, and just offer inverted controls. But yeah, she's not a control champ, so it's no big deal. And yeah, I think this was when the war started at night. Well, the other alliance, they were already in, like, I don't know, like 12 or 20 deaths. I can't remember, I'll be honest. But yeah, it was pretty much one-sided. I mean, we all knew that it was going to be a relatively easier war than our previous two against ASR and for Loki. So as you guys can see over here, this Emma is going slowly down. The only reason that it's taking a little bit of more time is because I don't have those big boosts. And here I decided to throw my SP3. I had a lot of time on the timers, so I guess I was hoping that this would have, you know, KO'd her, and I think this does actually KO her. Yeah. So yeah, that's the end of this one. The next fight is going to be against a Captain Marvel. Yeah, and I'm going to be using Quake over here. Actually, I was thinking of taking in Doom because he just melts Captain Marvel, like, you know, in 30 seconds. Then I was like, I saw that there was this limber kind of thing, and I was like, maybe I'll just go safely in with Quake and stuff. And yeah, I mean, I think Doom is also a viable option for a Captain Marvel here. I mean, as long as you don't heavy, you don't, because it's not an energy-based attack and stuff. So yeah, I decided to take in Quake over here, no big issue. It's a pretty much straightforward fight, whether it's a MODOK or Captain Marvel or any other champ. It's pretty much straightforward over here. So yeah, and this is gonna be an easy war in general and stuff. And let's say, you know, I'm gonna also talk a little bit towards the end about this whole boycotting and stuff, because I actually put in a video on boycotting, and I apologize to all those people who saw it and then I had to remove it because let's say the wrong message was being conveyed. I did not mean to talk about the whole treasury stuff, because that is absolutely fine by Kabam. But the other aspects of, well, like, let's say about this kind of quotations, nerf unquotation of Corvus, and just the general state of the game, how Kabam just talks about it, how they, you know, treat us players is kind of wrong. So anyways, going back to the war, I'll talk about that towards the end. Going back to the war, here I'm on path 7 in section 2, and I don't take this path that often, but I was assigned to this. And so here I have a Vision Arcus, and he's that's why Doom is probably the best counter for him. So yeah, no big issue over here, to be honest. I mean, Doom is a perfect counter for this. So it was just the fact that he starts off with the power bar 1, and that's the only thing. I just want to bait that and just do my own thing and stuff. So here I'm just playing the regular Doom style gameplay, and no big issue and stuff. He's going down slowly and surely, and yeah, that's it's pretty straightforward fight. I was thinking of throwing my SP3, but I was trying to wait for like a right window, like when I was probably closer than he was gonna die, like Vision Arcus. So I was trying to bait this SP1, get him a little bit more down in HP, and then yeah, that's when I'm gonna do it. So here, as you can see, I waited for him to throw his SP1, and I decided to throw my SP3. And usually Doom's SP3 is really OP, so it just like literally obliterates the whole AI, the champion and stuff. So as you're gonna see over here, he's down, and I'm gonna just do my 3-hit combo and then like a 5-hit combo and stuff, and that's gonna kill him. So pretty easy fight, no big deal. Even if it's a different path, it's not an issue. They just start with the power bar 1, and here I think it's a Doc Ock. Yeah, it's a Doc Ock over here. So yeah, I find that out, and so I'm gonna be taking in Quake over here, and just going plowing through this whole node and stuff. So it's a pretty straightforward fight. I mean, no big issue, to be honest. I mean, I don't see any big difference in path 7, path 1, or other. Like, of course, if you take path 9, where you have like inverted controls, that's kind of a bit more difficult. But yeah, these other paths, they pretty much seem straightforward. And so yeah, here I'm taking this Quake, no big issue. I was a little bit like wondering, how I don't fight some of these champs. I don't fight them that often with Quake, so I just have to always adapt to them. I know their special move, their way they move and stuff, but you always gotta adapt when you're taking Quake to the AI, the other champ that you're facing, because of their movements and stuff. So you gotta always be like careful, because Doc Ock has these huge tentacles that they kind of like block your vision when you're quaking. So you gotta always be extra bit careful when you're quaking these champs. And here I'm gonna let go of my heavy, and because I just want to end this fight as soon as I can, and that does it and stuff. So here I'm waiting for my leader to he cleared that Omega Red, so I'm gonna take this MODOK. And here I make a little mistake, and that is that I should have put in this regen boost, which helps me, like, let's say, not lose so much HP, because this is the close counters node. So if I'm close to the AI, I'm gonna regen. If I'm far, I'm gonna degen. So here, as you can see, this MODOK, he goes far and I'm degenning, and I was like, damn it, I'm like I'm already at 40%, and this MODOK is 70%. So I was hoping that he would stay as close to me as possible, like right now, so that I don't lose that much HP. And I'm used to fighting MODOK, so I wasn't worried about MODOK in any way, but I was just worried about my degen and stuff. This is a tricky node. You just need to always use this regen boost and stuff. So here, once again, MODOK, he is staying close to me, and he's stunned, so I'm pretty happy about that. I just wanted to stay as close to me. Again, he's staying close to me, so I'm not losing that much HP, plus I have suicides on. So yeah, now this MODOK is going down. It's still, I hope he just stays close to me as much as he can, and there, he's gonna drop in this moment. So that fight was bad in a way, because I should have used the combat regen, but that's the only mistake, let's say, if I can point out in that and stuff. So here I had put in I even forgot I put in a 20% green boost, and I should have probably yeah, I mean, I think that kind of like saved my in the other fights and stuff, because you're gonna see with this Elsa, I kind of did it, but I had more 20% boosts and stuff, so compared to the 10%, awkwardly enough, so I'm gonna use I just decided to pop that one and stuff. So here you're gonna see I'm gonna put this combat regen boost over here, and I'm going up against this Punisher. I think this Punisher has this special delivery kind of thing and stuff, where you every 15 hits you gotta like throw a special attack, but with Quake you just don't have to worry about all these kind of things and stuff. So yeah, just a regular Punisher 2099 fight and stuff. So I think at this point, this was like in the afternoon, like a couple of hours before the war was gonna end, something around that. And these guys, I mean, they're friends, and I was speaking to them, like, and they were telling me, we are honored to play against you, and we're going to try and finish the map, because, they aren't as big as an alliance as KenOB. And so they were trying their best to finish it, but I mean, and they ultimately, they did clear the whole map. So congrats to them for that, and for the effort they put in, because it's not that easy, I mean, compared to them. So as you can see, coming back to this fight, this Punisher 2099, he's going down. I dropped my heavy a little bit quick, but hoping that I would KO him, but he doesn't die. So here I'm gonna go up now against let's say my two other minis. I could have even taken this other, there was Guillotine 2099, but I'm gonna go with this Elsa, and then the next one with Quake. So you're gonna see why at this that 20% boost, I think it made a difference in this fight, because this Elsa, she was pretty tanky and stuff. And Namor is a perfect counter for this. I mean, you can use Omega Red for sure, but even Namor is a perfect counter. So it's just that they've got this armor up buff kind of thing and stuff, so she's taking a little less damage. And this Elsa, she wasn't collaborating, like she was being really like, you know, picky, and she wasn't trying to use her special attacks, and I was waiting for her to, like, you know, to throw her special attacks. As you can see, I'm just waiting, and she isn't doing anything. She's like coming, backing off, and she has this like double movement of, like, you know, her final combo and stuff. So I was like a little bit like, you know, worried. And as you can see here, 30 seconds, and she's still only at 80%. So I was hoping that she would start like collaborating, and, you know, but she starts a little bit, but it's not that like kind of consistent collaboration and stuff. So sometimes she does seem to collaborate, sometimes not. And here I was a little bit I didn't throw any special attacks in this whole fight, because there is the strike back kind of node and stuff. And actually and here I make a mistake just by she just decides to go, and I was like, okay, I don't know how to evade her special attack, so I'm just gonna block all of her special attacks and just, you know, just do that in a safe way and stuff. And I was talking about the strike back, and I wasn't throwing any special attacks because I was worried about the strike back kind of thing. But I think Namor, with this special 3, when you throw his special 3 especially, the power bar of the AI, it remains like stable, it doesn't go up. So I think that I could have thrown my special attack, but in a way I didn't do it. And also a little bit, it's a bit confusing because Namor's special 3 is very long, so I was like, okay, yeah, it's probably a good thing I just try and hit her and do regular combos and stuff. And as you can see here, it's almost a minute left into the fight, and she's still at 30% HP, and I was like, okay, what am I gonna, is it gonna be a timeout and stuff, or what's gonna happen? And I don't want to push her to her SP2. I mean, I feel more safer with her SP1 and stuff. But as you can see here, she's still like, sometimes she's not really collaborating and stuff. And here we're down to like 50 seconds, and I was like, damn it, it's taking pretty, she's really not going down and stuff. So here I decided to throw my SP3. As you can see over here, I was hoping that this would have killed her because she's at 7%, but as you're gonna see, that armor up buff, it doesn't kill her. She's just gonna be at 1% HP right now, but she's still gonna, and it pushes her a little bit, but yeah, she drops. So a little bit of like, you know, I stretched it out, this fight, a little bit, but no big issue and stuff. So here's the final fight of my war. I'm going to be using this Quake versus Quake, so this is an interesting fight. Using a couple of potions on this 3-1 just to be safe. I don't want to like die. I hate dying, so I prefer, like, you know, using some 3k pots rather than dying and stuff, although I could have used it. And this is a pretty straightforward fight, you know. I mean, I think it was last season where I faced a Quake, or I think it was like on path 1, and I died against the Quake, or it was 2 seasons ago. It was Quake versus Quake. So after that, I was like, I made a vow that I'll never die against the Quake in my whole life, hopefully, if I can manage to. So yeah, this fight is going to be pretty much straightforward. It's not a rank 3 like that Warlock, it's just a rank 5. And yeah, as long as I can Quake her. I was hoping not to get any kind of like concussions on top of me, you know, in case she decides to throw her heavy, because if that would happen, I could have got like stunned and stuff, and I was hoping that wouldn't happen. But yeah, you're gonna see at some point, I'm gonna like, she's gonna throw her heavy, and I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna get a concussion on top of a trauma on top of me, and it's gonna be like, I'll be a bit nervous, because I was hoping that wouldn't stun me, because then she could do like a 5-hit combo and stuff. But anyways, yeah, regarding this war, it was a really easy war for us. Everybody was a bit chilled, relaxed. It was good to have, like, you know, when you have like 2 hard wars like against ASR and for Loki against top alliances, it's like a breather, you know what I'm saying? You know, sometimes you need that kind of like to just plug off and, you know, take it a bit easy and just chill and relax and stuff. So yeah, And so yeah, as you can see, 1 minute 30 seconds into this fight, she's almost down, and I haven't gotten like any kind of like hidden stuff, so it's okay. You're gonna see that nothing happens. It's just I take some couple of blocked hits and stuff, and she drops. So that's the end of my alliance war, and yeah, we in the end won. As you can see, I made it into top 3. Shout out to the other MVPs and to the opposite alliances MVPs and stuff. We died very little. We died 4 times, so that's pretty good. We were pretty happy about that, and it was a breather, as I was saying. So now talking about this boycott and stuff, as you must have seen, some other YouTubers, they posted this boycott. The whole thing about the boycott is that let's say there are alliances that are unhappy with the way KenOB is behaving, and in general nobody's happy because there are lots of things like KenOB is not spot on, and it's like, for example, they change champs like Corvus Glaive, 1% timeout, you die and stuff, when it's definitely you wouldn't do that. Like if you are even in war, if you do a timeout, your champ doesn't die, they lose health but they don't die, or even in any questing and stuff. But in this case, KenOB decides to change the rules on the game, and they decide to like KO this and stuff. So that's a bit abrupt without any communication, and they even said that they will be working towards something like that. But it's kind of like not fair that they change champ's ability after 2 years he's been released, especially when people spend so much money and resources to get his crystals, and they like even 6-star rank 3 they've taken him up and stuff. So this is like one of the things and stuff, and also the whole fact that KenOB's they kind of like their customer the way they behave is not the best, with us players and stuff. Just like a few examples, they don't like, if you go on the forums and you put a post and they don't like it, what they do is they shut it off. They close the post and they pretend it didn't exist and stuff. So they have this kind of like mentality of like bullying, if I have to like find the right word for this and stuff, and it's unfair for every player, regarding if you're in a big alliance or if you're in a small alliance. And that's kind of like it's they need to be like more open to like constructive criticism rather than just shutting down posts on their forums and stuff. It's really childish the way they behave amongst in that point of view. So first 2 aspects, the champion nerfs and the whole, they should respect more constructive criticism. And then we need to also have more like this game is very RNG based, I mean, when people, it takes so much time to form like a 6-star crystal or a 5-star if you're in any other smaller alliance, if you're not in the big alliances. And after that you open a crystal and you just get the option, you just have to like take that champ. So you saved in 10k shards for 6-star and you get in like a King Groot, or you get an Abomination or an Iron Patriot. I mean, it's kind of unfair in a way, the game. You need to give the players the possibility to at least choose. And I think the Nexus crystals, they were amazing. They are amazing, and they should be encouraged. They should put that into more place, and the 6-stars and 5-stars, all crystals should be changed radically from one day to another. They need to put all these Nexus crystals as the basic crystals, so that we players are, when you take in a lot of time to get these resources, and you should have the opportunity to literally decide the champ. At least give the option, not I'm saying decide the champ, but give it like 3 options, Nexus crystal. So the RNG thing factor, it needs to change. It's definitely wrong, and it definitely needs to have this we need to be like more transparent, and it needs to be more fair. Also the customer service, I mean, if you write an email to KenOB customer support, it's you can see that most of the time it's like bots generated and stuff, and what happens is like sometimes like an Amanda answers you, then a John will answer you, then like a Jack will answer you. It's pretty ridiculous the way the customer support works. They need to like kind of like tailor up on their emails and the responses based on the question you've asked them and the help you need, because it's really backwards, their customer support. It really needs to change a lot and stuff. And so that's like, those are like the few things. And the last and most the couple last 2 points that I would like to shout out is the fact that KEBAM needs to not only involve content creator programmers, they need to. I mean, yes, those guys, they help and stuff. They are an important block in improving the game, you know, especially like, you know, for example, these beta tests, like, which is open to a lot of people who just go up on the forums and they just apply on this and stuff. But the fact is that KEBAM needs to involve players, especially the leaders from all the top alliances, because these guys, like my alliance KenOB, they have to involve the leader from my alliance, and the same for other leaders in other top alliances, because we are like basically, you know, always fighting there for alliance war. We are always in the top 10 of AQ, and these guys, they know what the game is, how the game is behaving, what is the, like, you know, performance of their the players, and how the game is, like, you know, like how the user experiences of the game. And not only content creator programmers can do this, because yes, of course, some of them definitely help it, and it gives a good feeling and stuff, but also the fact that not all of these CCPs are playing in top alliances. I mean, just some of them play in, like, you know, mediocre alliances, or, like, you know, just like some small alliances. But like there are very few they receive very little feedback from the top players, leaders and officers in the top alliances. So this thing should be changed. They have to involve even the top leaders and the top players from all the top alliances, especially the top 10, 20 in AQ and alliance war, because that gives a different perspective. The ones who play in, like, middle tier alliances, all the content creator programmers, I mean, yeah, there are some who play in some top alliances, but there are a lot of also who don't play in top alliances, and it needs to be changed, because people want competition, and the people who are, like, in the middle tier alliances, they aren't, like, competing that much. They just do it on a casual style. But the leaders in the top alliances, they want the competition. That's what makes this game really fun and beautiful. Like, you know, any other game like Call of Duty or whatsoever, like Fortnite, everybody wants to go on top, be on the top. It's the competition which fosters the game's growth and interest for the whole public and stuff. So definitely involve this the leaders. But this is also concerning the last point, which is the in-game economy, which is really stagnant and stuff. I mean, it literally takes a lot of time right now to, like, you know, farm T5CC. It's like just on AQ you can get them. If you are in the top 10 alliances or top 20, you get like these 900 shards and stuff, or if there are like some special offers they sometimes throw in the unit store. Now that needs to be changed. Like, KEBAM needs to literally have some sort of way of progress which is skill based, which allows all players to farm these resources. Let's say not only on AQ, not only involving AQ, but like some personal, like, quest or something. Throw in something really hard where, you know, like even like incursions, but like on you can involve it like only on one player, but the resources, they're so badly distributed. I mean, if you look at like the daily event map or like the special event, they're still promoting T3 basic or T2 and T1, or like it's like ridiculous. I mean, some of the resources and stuff like they have in the game, like there's no motivation that you can't farm any T5CC or T5B or any sort of resources that are in this moment important for the involvement of the game. So I think they need to like really go back on each and every thing, like this daily event. I mean, it's ridiculous. Nobody even opens that screen anymore. I mean, if you ask me, it's we just get them. You just get them. You can buy them in the shop, or you know, you can get them through these daily alliance quest events. But nobody ever goes and does those things anymore. I mean, there are some things of the game that really need to be modified. They need to change things, and I strongly urge KEBAM, whenever they make any sort of change, and this is my personal opinion, is that they should always put in polls. Do a poll, put an open survey, let the community decide what's going to be the future. Don't leave it up to like yourselves, because I think the surveys, they are a key and a crucial connection between you as a company and the game developer and the community. It just goes on to show that you care about it, and you will change based on what they are asking for. So that's my 2 cents, and I really think all this boycotting and stuff, like, you know, for example, now Asgard's gone on this boycott for a week and stuff. There was going to be a common boycott from like, let's say, all the top alliances. Unfortunately, that wasn't it didn't come to that in the end, and so Asgard went away, and I mean, not that they were wrong, they just decided to do it by themselves. So the reason why I had to cancel the video which I first put on the boycotting is for the simple fact that first of all, I conveyed the wrong message about the treasury and the donation, the alliance questing ticket, which is absolutely fine. And I if I let's say offended anybody, I apologize, but the way KenOB is operating in for that alliance questing ticket is perfectly good, and that should be reinforced. So that's my mistake. That's why I had to, one of the reasons why I had to get the video down. And also, we were trying to reach, the top alliances were trying to reach a mutual agreement on this whole boycotting together. Now let's say it's, I don't know if it's right now some alliances have decided to do that, some alliances are going to do that, or in the future whatsoever. But the fact is that the most important message is that the top alliances, a lot of players, they are disappointed with KenOB, they are unhappy, and they are frustrated with it for numerous reasons, as I just mentioned. All the ones I'm talking about, the champion nerfs, the way they don't respect the constructive criticism on their forums, RNG, just like, you know, you get one champ, the bot responses, no involvement of the key leaders and alliances, but just only CCP, which is, I think it's unfair. They should involve that. And this whole, like, you know, resources where there's not much that's going on. You know, they need to look upon all those issues and work upon it. And yeah, I think that's how this game will improve, if there is anything left to improve in this game. So yeah, guys, sorry for this long video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bella.